everyone. I'm going to do a scene read from my latest novel, Burning Desires, out now under my adult author name of LJ Diva, with two hot as hell men on the cover, a hot chick and a club. I'm reading from the large print, as you can see, because, well, otherwise I need glasses. So, it's out now. The first novel I've published in 2 years. You can see the last one down here at my elbow. But here we go with a scene read from Burning Desires. Rex shrugged and shoved his hands into his pockets. Just doing my duty as a responsible citizen. He hungrily eyed her. How are you, Rem? You look a little tired. She stood in front of him and pulled his hands out of his jeans and held them. I am. I'm fucking exhausted. Between teeth, knowing drugs were in my club being set on fire, the refurb being followed, it's a lot and I'm exhausted. She wanted to drown in his chocolate eyes. She was so tired and found his hairy exterior clad in a black t-shirt and leather jacket incredibly sexy. She leaned into him. I can't believe this shit has happened to me. Who the fuck wants to burn down a club, let alone mine? Do you think it was that teeth creep? Rex was trying to control his penis, which was straining for release. His heart was thundering, and the scent and touch of Remy was making his senses overload with electricity. But for all of the physical reaction, and as much as he wanted to rip her clothes off and fuck her, she was seeing his arch-enemy, Drew fucking Riley. I certainly do. Remy slid her arms around his waist and rested her head on his shoulder. That bastard brought those drugs into my club and we caught him. He knows we're onto him, which is why he moved on. She noticed his arms hadn't reciprocated. Hug me. I need a hug. Reluctantly, he put his arms around her but held her lightly, putting no pressure on her body. Rex? She gazed into his eyes. You can't even hug me? She shook her head. You're barely responding to me. He remained frozen, indifferent. You're fucking another man. She thought a moment. Yeah, just like I did before you, just like I did after you. There was a hot guitarist in the orgy room. His brows rose. You what? You fucked a guitarist in the orgy room after I left? You brazen hussy. You couldn't even wait for me to come back. It wasn't just after you left. It was after your text about me missing your dick and your hair. I was sick of servicing myself, so I got him to. You couldn't even wait. I bet you didn't, she protested. How many days did it take for you to fuck someone? A guttural sound came from his throat as he thought. Uh-huh, she nodded. Thought so. You couldn't even wait. A week, he finally said, turning beet red. Okay, I get it. Neither of us are tied to the other. We were free agents before and clearly free agents during, and you have no say in who I fuck, just as I have no say in who you fuck. But it's Drew fucking Riley, he growled and turned away. His hands went to his hips and he let out a deep sigh. Fucking Drew Riley, he repeated softly. Clearly you two have history you don't want to tell me, and that's fine. It's your history, not mine. But it just happened that I met him and find you both extremely attractive. In fact, you're a lot alike physically. Both very hairy, sexy men who have big dicks and know how to manhandle and please a woman. Oh my God, her eyes bugged out of her head and her jaw dropped at the thought she just had. You're not brothers, are you? Is that the problem? You look so much alike. No, what? No, we're not fucking brothers. Rex shook his head and grinned. Where do you get this shit? Cousins. Remy looked him up and down. Same height, build, hair, probably weight. No, not fucking cousins either. Well, if you were fucking brothers or cousins, that would be a problem because you really shouldn't be doing that with your brother or cousin, Remy quipped. Fucking ha-ha, Rex sniggered. We're not related at all, but a lot of people thought we were as teenagers. We look so much alike. Ah, as teenagers. So you knew each other then? Remy tapped her finger to her chin and thought, 13, 15, 18, none of your business. Rex pulled her in for a hug. I'm glad you're okay, Remy. For a moment there at your place that night, I thought I'd lost you. Her brows furrowed. Lost me? Rex, you don't have me. Not in that way. We're just a couple of single people who fucked a bit and then went off and fucked other single people. Rex pulled back, heart thundering. I don't have you? Well, no. She gazed into his eyes. We're not a couple. You knew that. And we were friends for 4 years before that and are still friends now. We had fun. Didn't I just explain that? She ran her fingers through his curly beard. We're just a couple of hot people who fucked around and had fun. And then you fucked off with the band and fucked other people. Why? Did you think we were something more? She saw doubt in his eyes and some kind of thought analysing going on. Rex? I'm not sure, he finally said. I know that once I had you and then those other girls after you, that wasn't the same. No one holds a candle to you, Remy, still. Pulling her close, he kissed her. I've been in love with you for so long, and then I had you and I realised while I was away that no one else was you. No one came close. That it's you and only you. But then I came back and found you fucking someone else, which, in all fairness, he conceded with a wave of the hand, I had done too. But that wasn't the problem. The problem was who the fuck you were fucking. Fucking Drew fucking Riley, he growled. Someone mentioned my name? Rex and Remy stared at Drew standing in the open doorway in stunned silence until Rex pulled away. And that was a scene read from Burning Desires, out now under my adult author name of LJ Diva, inspired by Brett Goldstein and Roy Kent, and 5 Seconds of Summer. They inspired the band at the beginning of the book. So out now in large print, as you can see, normal trade and hardcover, plus ebook and audio at all good online bookstores. Coming soon. No, out now.